Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Agent Red Fox 1701 here to bring you the scores for week 2 of MI Recursion. This week's challenge was Operation Starlight Starbright. Now the task for this week was to create a link star, and we had set some requirements. Minimum had to be 9 outgoing links. The minimum incoming links had to be 5 per agent on your team. You had to have a different team lead this week than you had last week. And you had to have defined roles. So you had to have some people for defense, some people for linking. You had the team lead, intel, all that kind of stuff. Some of the things we awarded points for this week were portals with star in the name, or something to do with outer space, link distance. So we gave bonus points for how far away links were or went, and bonus points if the team members had attended an anomaly that past weekend. So, but before we do that, let's show one of our runner-up teams, and they sent in a video. So let's take a look at this video here. And thank you, agents, for that video. I believe those agents were from Albuquerque, New Mexico. So thank you for that video. You were one of our runners-up today. So now let's move on to the our top 3 teams. So the top 3 teams this week in third place. Coming up in third place, we have Team Alpaca. So Team Alpaca comes from, let's see, Team Alpaca comes from Portland, Oregon. And let's show some of their pictures. So Team Alpaca, they were able to recruit 5 people in the Portland metro area. They used a portal called the Blue Star Memorial. Within 15 minutes, they had 24 outbound links and 40 inbound links. With no response from the frogs, they kept on linking 70, 80, 90 links, and in total they got to 106 links, extending beyond 7 kilometers. Their own team took it down, actually, in order to have more fun, and they threw some fields over the area. So thank you to Team Alpaca. You are the third place team with a score of 44 points. Second place team is going to Weiser from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 45 points. So, the Weiser team, they created Operation Linkstorm. Now, these people are close to my heart. I had no involvement, in full disclosure, I had no involvement in this op, and in order to be fair in the scoring. So, Operation Blue Linkstorm was chosen because inclement weather was happening. We had a lot of storms and a lot of rain in the area, so they called it Linkstorm. The team lead was chosen because it was their last week on summer break as a teacher, and it was one of the biggest ops that they had taken a part of and led. So great work to that team lead there. They connected this op to a smaller link star coming from a portal called Star of David, a little bit near there. And they found this operation challenging because of the geography of the area. There's lots of freeways and lots of roads near the area where they did the link star, so it's challenging to figure out where should we position people in order to be most effective and not have people running around. How do we get this up quickly without having to drive around so much? So great work to them on that. And using our space and star theme, they took the theme of Orion's Belt. So they had 2 link stars in Milwaukee, and they actually connected to a local Milwaukee player who is in Florida right now. So the player in Florida was also able to complete a link star. So they had 3 link stars, 2 in Milwaukee and 1 in Florida. The intel came from a stellar operator, and some of the folks coming back from our local team here, coming back from Philadelphia and that anomaly, also helped with intel. So awesome, great work for them. In total, they hit 315 links. So congratulations to my local team Weiser for getting 2nd place. And in 1st place this week, we have Team Milky Way with a score of 47 points. And they're from München, Germany. Yes, this is a global competition here. Ingress is a global game. And we want to make sure that people from all over the world, resistance agents from all over the world, are able to participate. So, Team Milky Way, they worked very hard to ensure they could fulfill every requirement, and English is not their first language, so it was a challenge for them to actually write the sit rep for the graders to read. So, awesome work. Great job taking up the challenge and writing a sit rep in another language. It was bad timing because 3 of their agents that they wanted to help participate would be attending the Linz anomaly, so they weren't able to help with that. And they used a portal called Sternhaus 3, or Starhouse 3 in English. They had a level 5 player locally help out with key farming, and they farmed a level 1 portal with in stealth mode. So they just created a fully deployed level 1 portal, farmed that all for keys and stuff so that the frogs wouldn't know what was going on, and they used that. After 3 hours, they had 15 outgoing links and 195 incoming links. Finally, a frog attacked them, but actually the 2 defenders of the portal were able to keep that portal up the entire time, so the frog had to Jarvis the portal. Great work for those defenders. They did exactly the goal of this mission. They were able to hold that link star up and made the frog use a Jarvis instead of their bombs. So thank you to all the teams helping this week. Team Alpaca, 3rd place, Team Weiser for 2nd place, and Team Milky Way for 1st place. Congratulations to all those teams this week. We are working on the scoreboard, so we're going to have a scoreboard with more teams for next week. Oh, and I have an additional challenge for you folks and your teams. We'd like to introduce your teams to the world. So send us in a 1 to 2 minute video and introduce us to your teams. Now, you don't have to speak in English. If you have a natural language or your own home language, feel free to speak in that language. Google does wonders with their subtitles in YouTube videos. All of these videos are actually set up so anyone can submit subtitles and translate the videos in their own language. So introduce us to your team, give us a 1 to 2 minute video, show us your players. Don't include any music because I don't want to get copyright violations on YouTube. I'll put audio over yours if you submit a video with music. So please don't add any music to your video. Just show us your team, introduce us to some of your players, maybe show us around town, give us a good snapshot so other Resistance players around the world can see some of the amazing people around the world that are helping us win these anomalies. So again, thank you everyone for participating in the week 2 Starlight Starbright. And next week's challenge is the frog hits the fan. So I'm excited to see these sit reps for next week. Thank you again, folks, and we will see you all again next week.